Yes, we're back with another Don't Gas the Badge. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. And we'll see you in just a moment. Yes, and we're back. As I said, Don't Gas the Badge back again. Weekly football show with myself, Buckstar, and of course, JD as well. And as I said just a moment ago, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe buttons below. Okay, so Premier League's back. Thank goodness. Because we felt like way too long with no Premier League football, so I'm glad that's back, as I'm sure most of you are. And the opening day started on Friday with Liverpool, so we're going to dive into some of the results that we saw. So we'll start with Liverpool Bournemouth. Liverpool winning 4-2. How did you see that game going? Because I've heard from a few Liverpool fans and a lot of Liverpool fans I've spoke to are quite happy with how they played. What did you make of it?
No, it's an entertaining game, but if I was a Liverpool fan, I don't think I'd be happy with the defending. I mean, that Semenyo literally just walked through their defense and slotted the ball. So again, entertaining game for the neutral, but as a Liverpool fan, I would have expected a much more like compact and composed performance personally. You know,
Definitely. I called it actually, and you'll know I did pre-season when I looked at Liverpool's back line and I thought, you know what? Yeah, they've replaced Trent and they've brought in Kirkez on the left, but their centre backs are king, bro. Like if anything happens to Konate or Van Dijk, who have they got? And I don't want to be hearing about Joe Gomez, these Liverpool fans, because I wouldn't take him. I wouldn't take him at my club.
Well, they just put that Italian kid from Parma. He's supposed to be the next big thing. So I think they paid like 26 mil for him, young centre back. Supposed to be good. So and he's in the first team squad for the season, so he's going to get some game time. I think Guehi is going to happen. Mark Guehi. I think that'll happen as well.
Did you see his reaction? Did you see it? We'll get to that when we go cover the Palace game. It was funny. It was funny. I don't think you find it funny if you're a Palace fan, but yeah, we'll get to that. Yeah, that could happen, but they need it. They need it. I'm telling you now. I hope they don't sign anyone and they just stay as they are personally. But they're the champions. They're the team everyone's trying to beat. So.
Well, the thing is, like, they're making so much money from sales, like they're selling the academy players off. I mean, that youngster, is it Ben Doak or something like that? He's just gone to Bournemouth for 25 mil. So I saw someone that they've made like 207 mil this season alone on player sales. You know,
listen, when it comes to buying and selling, there ain't many clubs that do it better than Liverpool. Let's be honest. They do get a couple of, everyone gets a couple of duds. You talk about Nunes, but for the most part, they usually get it right. And you look at some of the signings they get and for the money they get them for, like, McAllister, they got him cheap. I mean, they don't always spend big on players, but they always seem to do well in the transfer market. What did you make of Bournemouth? Like, do you feel like they're a bit depleted this season?
I mean, they've lost a lot of players, isn't it? But they still actually look like a half decent team considering all the players they've lost. I mean, they've lost what? Kirkez, Huyson. They've lost a few.
Kepa, he was in goal for them last season. He's gone.
Yeah. So considering they've lost those players, they're still a decent team, and I think they're probably going to do a little bit more business as well before the window closes. I tell you, someone needs to pick up that young centre midfielder from Middlesbrough. Like he's Premier League ready, so someone needs to pick him up before
the window. Keep talking about this kid.
Listen, man. I want him at Tottenham, but I don't know if it'll happen. Because like you got this like football snobbery where fans will look down on these kind of moves, innit? But a lot of the fans don't watch lower league football. But I would take it. I would take him.
Saying that, how did it go the last time you looked in the lower leagues?
Last time in the lower leagues,
Dele Alli,
Jed Spence, Dele Alli. I mean, they were both decent for us. It went bad for him after we left Tottenham, so
Yeah, I think he had what two. I think he had a couple of good years at Spurs, and then I think the last season with you lot wasn't great. And then he moved on, and yeah, we'll rest his history in it. All right, moving on. You got Newcastle Villa. Did Newcastle miss a trick there because Villa went down to 10 with Conser getting a red card?
Mm.
Are you surprised they didn't manage to get a result out of that game?
Well, as I said before, like with no Isak in the team, Newcastle were basically a mid-table team. Like they're not that. I mean, they've got a couple of decent players like Alanga, Speedboat. Finishing is not the best. Who else have they
Scored
got?
a lot of goals last season though, and a lot of assists as well. What about Gordon?
Gordon, he's a good player, but he's not. You know, he's not someone that you fear like coming up against. Like, oh, we're playing Anthony Gordon.
Mm,
Like, he's not at level. Like Isak's a problem that in their team, and doesn't like he's going to play for them again. So without him, they're not a team that really need to be
mm,
feared. Like he's the one who puts the chances away. So
mm. And that's
he's not.
disappointing, now, man.
Yeah, no, he's not.
Gordon, Gordon's got to allow that soccer mum hairstyle, man. I don't know where he's going with that, man. He's sort that mop off. But now, Isaac, he's not going to play for them again. It's done,
But
man. Like
yeah,
bridges are burnt. And do you know what I heard today? I heard that Newcastle. This is dead from Newcastle. I heard they were reaching out to him, saying, "Look, is there any way we can get you back, come back to Newcastle and play? We'll offer you improved terms, make you the highest paid player with a release clause that allows you to leave in 2026." Bro, don't you think that's weak for a football club to be doing after Isak's done what he's done?
yes and no, because like I'm sure they know the level of player that they've got, and they know they're not going to get another player like that on that level anytime soon. It's just not going to happen. So if they can get him for one more season, we all know that he's in the position of power here. So if they have to look weak, to just keep him for a season, like give him a bit more money, then it's a smart thing to do. He's probably just not
Mm,
having it.
yeah, true. Yeah, I think that ship has sailed for Newcastle. Newcastle fans, that was a miserable summer, man. All right, we've got Brighton and Fulham. I only caught the highlights of that one. I didn't really see much of the game. Did you catch much of that?
No, I saw a match of the day. Was that 1-1? Yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Fulham got
1-1.
the late equalizer.
Mm.
Again, Brighton.
Good finish as well.
Yeah,
Goonies.
I mean Brighton sold João Pedro, and I mean he was
He
finished
wasn't their main man last season, though. Danny Welbeck was their main man last season. He scored most of their goals.
Yeah, but Danny Welbeck, he's not. I mean, okay, João Pedro's still better than Welbeck. I mean, Welbeck's a decent player, but he's not that top level. Like, I think he's only scored like double figures like a couple of times in his career. Like, he's not.
Mm.
He's not a
I think
prolific
last
striker.
season he did, didn't he? Last
Yeah,
season was one of those seasons. He actually did well last season, Danny Welbeck.
but again, like
Um,
he doesn't. I mean, does he stay fit all the time? I mean, last season he had a decent run, but normally
no.
he gets injuries and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I don't
Yeah,
think
he gets injured a lot.
he can't be relied upon for a season. Plus, he's getting
Mm.
on a bit, so yeah, Brighton missed a lot of chances in that game. I mean, they could have had that game wrapped up a lot earlier, maybe even by half time. But yeah, they weren't. They weren't good in front of goal, and they got punished in the
Yeah,
end. So,
yeah.
and Fulham again, like Fulham, one of those teams where if you don't put them away, like they've got players that can, if they stay in the game, like they're, and they get a chance, like they're likely to finish it. So yeah, I'd say a fair result,
Yes.
1-1.
Yeah, fair result. I think they're good. You'll probably find that they'll probably finish fairly close in the table this season, I reckon. Fulham and Brighton. So 1-1 makes sense. This one, though, Sunderland 3, West Ham United 1. I called at the start of the season that West Ham are going to be one of the teams in trouble this season, especially with
Well,
Potter there. It was
I'll,
0-0 until 60 minutes. It was
our
0-0
predictions.
until 60 minutes.
Listen,
Sorry, go
man.
on.
Our predictions last week. What did I say? I said West Ham would go there and get beat convincingly. I said it because West Ham are a poor team. They're bad. Like, so you saying that they're going to struggle this season? I've already said it. Like, they could actually go down. Leeds, I think, could finish quite close to West Ham, maybe even above them. Sunderland too. Burnley, I think, will go down. But Burnley, good defensively, but yeah, they just got nothing going forward.
Just yes, from Trimmer there. Yes, Trimmer, what are you saying, bro? Thanks for the comment on that. Now we move on to your team, Tottenham 3, Burnley 0. What do you take away from that game?
I mean, we looked a lot more organized, like none of that gung-ho football, that ridiculousness. So it was nice to see us just like, just playing a game, like just controlling a game, looking composed, taking chances and finishing them. Like, Richarlison.
Yeah.
And so I can just see on the screen here, Mohamed Salah's got the PFA's Player of the Year for the record 3rd time. Okay.
No surprise. No surprise there whatsoever.
Sorry, it's good to see,
deserved, I'd say.
Yeah, it was good to see us like control the game, like not give away any like silly, ridiculous chances, like just manage a game and just I mean it's a nice change. Like we've actually got a manager who's coaching the players. So Brennan Johnson, even he switched positions this season. Now they played him on the left this time. He looked a bit better. We didn't even play a first choice team. Paulinho didn't start. Neither did Bentancur in midfield. I think they probably get saved for the City game next week. So very happy with that. I mean, Archie Gray got a game in midfield, which that ridiculous manager had last season was moving him all over the place, right back, left back, centre back. It was just a mess. So to see us actually playing, football properly, very, very nice change.
So you don't miss Andrew at all then? No?
Absolutely no. Oh, sorry. How could I forget Mohamed Kudus as well, man? Looking like a player, and it's only one game, and but even in pre-season he's looked very good, So again, he's playing with a manager knows how to get the best out of forward players, and Richarlison as well, man. I mean, come on, that goal, man. The
it was a good finish. It was a good finish, but actually both of his goals were good.
Yeah, both of them were good finishes. Both of them were good finishes. So
he's still got the sourest face in football, though. That guy just irritates the hell out of me, man. He irritated me when he was at Everton. Never mind at Tottenham.
I don't
but it's 2 good finishes. Credit where credit's due.
I don't care about his face, man. As long as he puts the ball in the back of the net, man, that's all I care about, man. Put it in the onion bag, mate. That's it.
Do you think there's a sense of new manager bouncing?
Nah. I mean, it's just like like I said, we've got a coach now. Like we're playing with structure. We're not playing with our players all over the place. Like last season and the season before, because I mean, I don't know if you remember, but even during Angie's first season, towards the end of the season, I was a bit unsure about this guy. I was like, nah. And where he managed to just balls up, finishing 4th in the first season, where we should not have lost out to Villa. I was convinced. Second season, I was fully like Ange out from early in the season, and I'm just glad to see the guy gone. Like I pity the team that takes him on as a manager next. Like their fans are going to be in some rough times.
We miss you, Ange. Come back. Oh man! All right. This game I did watch live. Man City versus Wolves. Wolves at home. Man City winning 4-0. Very, very comfortable. First of all, what did you make of Reinders? How good does he look as
To be honest,
in the centre midfield for City?
He looked very good. He looked very, very good. And the thing is, like, I didn't expect him to, to really be that good. I thought Cherky would have been the one that really came in and like performed and shone. But the fact that he's doing it and they've got Cherky in reserve, then yeah, man.
I was fuming. I had Cherky on the bench in the fantasy team, man. Not Cherky, sorry. I had Reinders on the bench and I started Cherky, man. I should have done the other way around, man. Or played both of them. I'm fuming about that, seeing how he performed. I knew he was good, but I've not really watched him play that often. So, but I think he could be a problem this season. He could definitely be a problem.
So I got
Haaland needs a player like that.
I got Sky Sports News on here now. There's on the yellow feed on the screen, there's something coming up about Isak. He's posted something on social media about like broken promises and lost trust with Newcastle. So yeah, he's making sure he's getting out of that club. Like,
This guy,
he's leaving no stone unturned. Like,
oh man, do you know what though? Would you? I know as good as he is, and he's a top player. Would you be happy with I'm not talking about Isak, but would you be happy with any player coming into Tottenham who's done that kind of stuff? Like what's to say he's not going to do it to them as well? What happens if Barca or Real or someone else come in, his dream club, if you like? Is he
Then
going to do the same thing again?
you sell him. Like, that's it. Like, one of those clubs come in. You know what time it is. Like, you know the player's gonna go. Like, so you know. Plus he would have been tapped up, like, you know, months beforehand, innit? Like, you know, these clubs, they don't like just do this stuff overnight. Like, they would have, like, you know, laid the groundwork and whatnot. So
Definitely.
So you know he's going. You just dig your heels in a little bit to get the best price possible, but just, you know, accept that he's going and just, you know, have your ducks in a row. Make sure you line up your targets and, you know, get your replacements in either just before he
That's the
goes
thing.
or as soon as
They're leaving it late, man, and they need to get a replacement. Tom Furlong, yes.
Yeah, big up
Thanks
Tom.
for the comment.
Yeah, he was talking. He was talking about Reinders, actually saying that he's a bit of a player, isn't it? So that, yeah,
he's a
Tom
baller,
seems to know
man.
his
He's a
stuff.
baller.
Apart from him being a dirtbag gooner, he's you know, knows his stuff.
Back to City, because we've covered Newcastle kind of already, but I know you just got the breaking news there, innit? Back to City, Haaland, man, 2 goals, 2 good finishes. Do you think he's gonna have another season like he had in his first 2 years here? Do you think he's gonna be smashing goals all season?
Absolutely, because look, like, first season he had De Bruyne and who else? Bernardo Silva was supplying him a lot. Was Mahrez there for his first season? I think he was, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah, I think he was. He must. I think they had 1 season together. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, so the supply line was crazy. Now City have replaced those players, replaced it just as good or possibly better. You know, maybe not De Bruyne, but Mahrez.
I don't know about better. Who's better than
Mahrez,
Mahrez?
I said just as good or better, but
Okay.
like that Reinders is a baller. Like, you know, they've got.
And the worst thing is they've got Rodrigo to come back.
Pacing Doku and the player that we're after, Sereno. I mean, whether he stays or not, we don't know. But they've got so much. They've got so much options.
I'm not a fan of Doku. I'll be honest with you. I'm not a big fan of Doku. I'm not.
Just see, bro. I mean, he's not the best player, but I mean, he gets in those positions. He's like Sterling, but a lot better. You know?
Is it?
Yeah.
I saw Sterling scoring a lot of goals for City. I ain't seen Doku doing that.
Yeah, because Doku's more of a dribbler. Like, Sterling was a, you know, coming on the back post tapping merchant. Like, Doku is more of a dribbler and more of a, you know, he
What would you rather have at Tottenham? Would you rather have someone who's going to stick the ball in the goal, or would you rather have someone who's dribbling? Because I'll take the goals all day, mate.
You know I don't rate Sterling. So if I just the two, I'm taking Doku. Like, Sterling is just not a good footballer. And Sterling.
Do you know there's a Doku who plays for Leeds United? Yeah, exactly the same player. Exactly the same player. There's no difference between them. No difference at all.
Sterling got made to look good in that Man City team. The Liverpool team he played in was good as well, but Man City made him look so much better because the players he had around him, the De Bruyne's, the Mahrez's, the Silvers, like, these players made him look good. Now,
you see what Trimmer thinks, innit? he's not rating Doku either. I just don't. I think he's a very basic player. I don't think he's going to offer a lot to Man City.
Like, he can dribble. He's got pace. His finishing isn't great, but you know, he gets in those positions and he's probably going to score. Sterling, just not good. Just not good, in my opinion.
I think you're overly harsh on Sterling. I think there was a time where he was actually a player. You know what it is with him? He made sure he was effective and he scored goals. Until Doku's putting up Sterling numbers, he can't talk to him. Can't talk to him. Sterling, yeah, we can talk about his last 2 seasons when he left City, but look at all the seasons before that. Like, he was putting numbers up every season.
Okay, but look what. Okay, what proves my point is what does City fans say about Sterling when he was leaving? They were happy. They didn't really give a toss. Like,
yeah, he was coming to the end. That's why. He was coming to the end. I remember we wanted Sterling.
The season
and
before
City didn't want to let him go.
The season, okay, but the season before he went, he was still banging goals and he was effective at that time. So even his last season at City, like, it's not like he didn't have a bad goal return, but his overall play is poor, and it was poor. Like I mean, you've seen his free kicks and his technique and that. Like, it's not great. Like,
I know, I get that, but how many players can put up his numbers? How many? Let's be honest.
Okay, but again,
there's not many, is there?
Listen, players can put up numbers. Doesn't mean they're good players. It means that they're just getting in a position of their finished chances. Okay, It's not
That's what
easy.
you want.
I hear what you're saying, but like, listen, the guy's bad. I'll give you another example. Like Darren Bent could score hella goals, but if you saw this guy with the ball outside of the area, atrocious.
Why dissing Benty for, man?
Listen, man. Like, listen. Like, listen, see those games, those days when I used to go to the games and like, whenever he had the ball outside of the box, you just think to myself, like, he's gonna mess it up. Like you were just fuming. Like the fans would be cussing Darren Bent, like, you know, because it was just anytime he had the ball, the
Man,
move
they
was
were
going
cussing him
back.
because he secretly loved Arsenal. That's why they were cussing him, man.
No, because we didn't even know, man. But like anytime he had the ball outside the box, the move broke down. Like he just wasn't good. His link up play was terrible. So
That man called it. He said Tremor says he's Doku. He gallops more than he dribbles. His name, he calls him Donku, you know. I just think he's a basic. I think he's a basic player, man. I think Leeds United have got their own version of Doku. I don't think that he's anything special at all. I think he's an impact player you bring off the bench, like more than that. Moving on just quickly to Forest versus Brentford 3-1. Forest actually did well in that game, but then it's Brentford, and Brentford are absolutely depleted as a team. They lost the captain. You've got Wissa who's not playing anymore, and they've lost Mbumo as well. He's gone.
manager.
I think that along with West Ham, they're going to be in trouble this season. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I mean they're going to be down there definitely. Like they're going to struggle, but I just think West Ham are worse, and West Ham's manager is so poor as well. Like that Graham Potter, like just a rate him. I mean, he was all right at Swansea. He went to Chelsea and just completely just ballsed it up, and then he's doing what he's doing at West Ham. I wouldn't mind. I mean,
he gets low ratings.
I wouldn't mind seeing West Ham go down though. You know, yeah, I really don't like that club. They're a bit of a dirt.
Nothing they're not used to, is it? The yo-yo club they used to be, man.
Am
I crazy, or is Chris Wood actually a decent striker? Because I know he had one good season last season, but he started off at where he left off last season. I mean, he's another good example of a player playing in the Championship and moving up to the Premier League. There's another example.
He's always been a decent striker, though. He's always had a decent goal return, but it's just in the Premier League, he never had a team that really played to his strengths. Like, so, you know, he was at Newcastle before. Like, he wasn't really a regular there. Before Newcastle, was he at Leeds? I think he was at Leeds.
Sorry, we've got Trimmer there just reminding you that Sterling scored more goals than Darren Bent.
They're both poor footballers, so is what it is.
Sometimes you don't need someone to be a great footballer. Sometimes you need a player to be effective, and Sterling was that. But anyway, moving on. I'm a fanatic for Sterling, even though he was dead at my club last season.
Chris Wood, Chris Wood, like he's always been a decent player. It's I think it's because he's from New Zealand. People didn't really rate him, and like, you know, for some reason, like that this football snobbery keeps, like, you know, rearing its head. But yeah, he's always.
I remember being at Millwall. This guy that I used to work with, Millwall fan. And when he left them, he was gutted. And I was like, why is he so gutted? This guy's leaving. But now we see why he was gutted.
He's decent, man. He's decent. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, like a player of his quality, because he's always been a decent goal scorer. He's always had a bit of quality. I mean, he's not an amazing player, but he can hold the ball up well. His touch isn't terrible. I'd rather have him in the team than, you know, certain other strikers that you see. But football snobbery, man. Like, you know, maybe because of where he's from, they just didn't rate him, and that he got moved around. In Forest, he's found a home. He's found a manager that trusts him, and yeah, man, he's
doing well, man. All right, Man United, Arsenal. I want to give my view on this one first, and then I'll let you go.
Go ahead.
Okay. Not the greatest performance from Arsenal by any stretch. Thought we played poor. I thought Martinelli was poor. I thought Saka was quiet. Erdegaard looked good in flashes. You could see players like Zubimendi still kind of finding their feet in that setup. Defensively, immense as usual. That's why we've been the best defensive team in the past 2 seasons. So no issues there with the defense. What they did really well. There was actually the goal, which all these United fans have been crying about, that went in with their keeper being weak. There was a similar situation with Raya, where De Ligt was leaning into him and trying to lean into, and he just came out and just punched the ball. That's what you're meant to do. So I'm not having anything about the goal. The goal was a good goal. But yeah, I don't mind when we win playing badly, as long as we win. You don't want to be losing and playing badly. You win playing badly, I can handle that. Away to United, United always raise their game when they play us. The rivalry has always been like that.
Sorry,
United could be having five bad games in a row, and they'll play us, and they'll always raise their game when they play us. It's always a good game. Go on, sorry.
I was going to say the ESAT message came up in full just now. I was going to tell you what it said. Basically, it says promises are broken, trust is gone, change is in the best interest for everyone. So yeah, he's making sure. He's making sure.
Newcastle fans reading that must feel sick.
Yeah.
They must feel sick, man. Oh well, never mind. Back to the Arsenal game.
Oh
Yeah,
my
so
God. Sorry,
what's happened?
Paul. You know, Anthea, we're in school
Yeah.
with. Son's at Huddersfield now, man. He scored his first goal for them the other day, Cameron. And I think, yeah, he's they've brought him on now, man. He's doing all right there, though, man. He's been there for his second season, so yeah, he's doing well, man.
All right, big up Anthea, man, and congrats to her son for scoring his first goal.
Cameron, yeah, he scored his first goal last week, man. You know, he's
What's
playing.
his name? Shout out his name on the pod, man. What's his name?
Cameron.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, now
well done.
He's doing well,
man.
Yeah. Now,
I just want to finish on Gyökeres. Gyökeres. Okay. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a little bit concerned. I know it's only one game, and I've heard a lot of people telling me just chill. It's only one game, and I said this when we signed him, and you'll know that I wanted Sesko over Gyökeres back in the transfer window. I don't know if his style of play is gonna fit in with Arsenal's setup and how we play. I don't know if he's that kind of player to thrive in our system. And it's almost like if he's gonna do well, we have to change a bit, and he has to change a bit. And is that going to happen? And how quickly is that going to happen? I don't know. But, you know, I just feel like I shouldn't have to be thinking I want Kai Havertz to come on now. I shouldn't be even thinking that. So I hope I'm wrong, and I hope he settles, and I hope he does well. But I'm not holding my breath, and I'm not overly convinced right now. What do you make? What do you make of the game anyway?
Terrible game. I was entertained at all.
Hold on. What do you make of all these United fans saying they're happy with the performance? Let's start with that.
Delusional, man. Like, what were they watching? Because the game was poor. Like, both teams were poor. I was not entertained during that game. And Man United, Arsenal, like, you expect a half decent game of football. They were raving about Cunha when I
know. Really?
But
do you know who their best player was? Their best player was Dorgu. Dorgu was the best player for them. And Mbomo.
No, sorry. I think De Ligt had a decent game, actually. De Ligt, because
he did actually, yeah. He did.
Where De Ligt kind of snuffed them out. So, yeah.
But yeah, I didn't get that. All the praise for Cunha. I didn't understand that. I was watching the whole game, and he didn't look any better than anyone else.
So you asked his name, and I couldn't remember his surname because he doesn't have the same surname as Anthea, but it's Cameron Ashia, Huddersfield Town. So look out for him, man. He's a very, very good player, man. Really good. You know.
Yeah, big up Cameron, man. Keep up the good work, man. Keep scoring them goals.
And the thing is, like, he's moved around a bit as a youth player. He was at Derby for a while. He went to Sunderland, and then from Sunderland left there, went to Huddersfield. He was at Sunderland with Bellingham's brother, innit? So obviously got into the first team. He left, and then he went to Huddersfield Town. It's taken him a year, but he's playing first team football now, man. So well done to him, man.
Okay, yeah, well done, mate. So yeah, any last words on United Arsenal before we move on to the final game?
Poor game, but I just want to say how bad Gyökeres looked. I mean, you lot paid 65 mil for him. Considering you lot paid that money for him, and you could probably have got Sesko, I think you lot have balls that up.
Bro,
I think you went
tell me about it.
I think you went for the wrong player. Did you see that one where he was at the edge of the box? He tried to dribble, and he went away, the ball in the other. I was like,
I don't know. I was looking at it thinking, is he nervous, or like, is he trying too hard, or like, what is it? And then I'm thinking, like, I was just thinking, like, this guy ain't gonna fit into our system. He's just not. I don't think I guarantee Kai Havertz will start. He will start more games. He'll end up starting more games, which is not what we want, really. We wanted an out-and-out striker at number 9.
Listen. Like, you know, Arteta's stubborn, and Arteta is going to die on that hill. Arteta's brought him in.
Well, that could be the nail in his coffin, then, mate. You know what I mean? He's got to do something this season.
Arteta's brought him in, and he's gonna play him. He's gonna play him until he can't play him anymore. It's either like pride's gonna be his downfall, because
I think so. He's too stubborn with certain things, like Erdegaard. This love affair that he has with Erdegaard. Pause. Like Erdegaard's had some bad games where he just needs to come off, and he just leaves him on. And it's just like, honestly, mate, we can all see what we need to change here. You got Nanieri on the bench that you're not even using. Like I just don't understand his decision sometimes, man.
Not only that, I'm glad Nanieri signed that new contract, and Odegaard's your first choice, because that's giving us a clean run at Eze.
Yeah, it has 100%. It has.
I'm sorry, but Eze is better than both of them. I know, like, because
I'd say he's better than. I'd say he is as well. I'd take him over any of them, to be honest.
I was having this debate with somebody the other day about Odegaard, and they're saying that, and I'm not saying Odegaard's a bad player. He's very silky. He looks good on the ball, but his end product is nowhere near as good as Eze's.
Oh, it's awful. His end product, and he used to take all our free kicks. I think I've seen him score one.
And the thing is, like when Eze's on a free kick in front of goal, like, you expect him to score, like,
or at least test the keeper. Least test the keeper. You know what I mean? But no, I'd agree with you. I think Eze better than Erdegaard. I'd say Eze better. Well, Eze is definitely better than Nanieri at the moment as well. But yeah, I think that is exactly the reason you're getting a clean run at him. I think Arsenal are looking at it thinking, well, we've got two players in that position now. Don't need to go for Eze. I think that's a mistake.
Obviously, Odegaard's captain, so he's not going to get dropped. And Nanieri is a young player, academy product, just signed a new contract. So your fans, even though you'd probably want Eze and you'd probably want to, like, shove him out on the left, I don't think he wants to play on the left. He wants to play as a number 10. He doesn't want to play on the left.
Of course he does.
So
I had this debate with Tiny. I was trying to tell Tiny what his position is. He was telling me, no, he can play on the left. But he don't want to play on the left. He wants to play. He wants to play in the 10. Man.
Okay, like just because you can play on the left, like, you don't want to, like, look at Scholes.
Shout out Tiny, by the way. He's on holiday at the moment.
But I mean, we're going back a bit. But look at Scholes for England. Like, he retired because he didn't want to play on the left. I mean, he could do it, but didn't want to. So
Yeah. But yeah, it'll be. I said it to you. Was it last week that we won't get Eze? I knew we wouldn't get him now.
But before that,
I knew when he was going to bid for him. Before that, I wanted him at Arsenal, 100%.
No, but rewind a little bit, because before that, I remember you saying something about you've agreed terms. You agreed with
the player. Yeah, with the player.
But not with the club.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
But
I guarantee you. Hear me out. I guarantee you.
Wait, before you say
hear me out. Hear me out.
That's probably an illegal approach then.
No, look at this guy trying. No, nah, not an illegal approach. Anyway, last game, we're not going to say too much on this. It was Leeds v Everton. It was dead. It was a penalty that won it in the end. Everton, another team that are going to struggle this season, I think.
Listen, I actually watched that game 90 minutes, and I was like, it was so bad. Like,
how?
Bro,
just stay away for that.
That was disrespectful to my eyes. Like, I was actually falling, I was falling asleep watching that game. It was so bad. Like, I think I just turned the TV off and said, "Yeah, forget this, man." Like, I think I tried to watch something else, but I was just tired, man. The game tired me out. It was that bad. Poor.
Right. Very quickly, if you had to pick a top 5 right now, based on what you saw opening games, I know it's only one game. Who would that top 5 be? No order.
I'll do it in order. Liverpool, City. I don't know. I'm not decided yet. I'd say City look better. So City, actually, no, City might take his title back. I know it's only one game. Liverpool haven't got Isak yet, but at the moment, City they look like a team.
Yeah, just based on opening game, you'd have to say City look very good. So who else are you putting in there?
City, Liverpool, Arsenal. I think Chelsea looks poor. So if we put well, it looks like Eze's coming. If we get Eze, and we still need a couple.
We didn't even talk about Chelsea Palace. I don't know how I missed that game.
If we get Eze in, which it looks like will happen, and still another winger, and maybe another defender, yeah, I think we could finish fourth. So
I reckon you'll definitely be top 5 this season. I think you will.
City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Tottenham, depending on who they bring in. I know I've said that they're not that great, but I think Eddie Howe still somehow get it right. And depending on who they bring in, maybe Newcastle. I just hope Chelsea don't get top 5. Let them stay 6th or 7th.
Yeah, if something that we can agree on much, but I think we can both agree on that. Anyway, that's it for this episode. We'll be back again next Tuesday at 9 p.m. GMT. And we'll be back again this Thursday at 9 p.m. GMT as well for the Don't Gas podcast. We're going to have a look at, it is again going to be about football, but we're going to look at a few other things that we didn't cover today. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the subscribe button for us. And we will see you in a couple of days' time. This is it from me and it from JD. Thank you very much.